Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down under the nitty-gritty, under 10 minutes. And if it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very, very, very important. And not important to liberals, libertards, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT, people who don't have videos for what the fuck they're talking about, people who are emotional, people who are sensitive, people who basically would just judge me without even asking any questions. Alright? Sure, I don't like most of you, but there are a few of you who understand me without making any biased judgments, and I despise those people who do that. There's people who actually took some of my videos and try to alter certain things I was saying, okay, on YouTube. But of course, I ain't worried about it because they're only gonna give me some attention anyway. And then what's gonna happen is that it's gonna be a whole lot of legal shit, and then I'm gonna get paid. Alright? Okay. Now, this is all satire. Nobody should be taking nothing seriously. This is all entertainment. Most of the time, it's not using the court of law unless you're doing a crime on the video, okay? You can talk about whatever you want. As I said before, you can take it as satire with a grain of salt, or you don't have to at all. All right? Now, this video is going to be, if you have any comments, questions, insults, or even roast fest, you put it down below. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or even roast fest, you put it down below. Now, this video is going to be about why you should always have a camera or a tracking device on you at all times, because that's your alibi when something bad happens. I know most of you aren't magical and you don't have no magical abilities like I do, because I'm schizo. I do believe strongly. I've seen some shit in my life, and I'm like, I just want to hang with nobody because people be laughing, and then the whole family get fucked up. But other than that, you don't know me. Okay, please read my credentials down below. Other than that, you have to have a camera these days, because if you're riding Uber, you bring somebody in your house, okay, you got to have a camera everywhere except the bathroom. Okay? In your house, even in your bedroom, you have to have a camera. You have to tell people when they enter your house that you are being recorded for my safety purposes. You got to say that. Okay? Because what's going to happen is that if you're a type of guy like Tommy Sotomayor, okay, and he got mirrors on his bed, because I was watching one of his videos. I said, dude, you got mirrors on your bed. That's pretty creative. I think I've seen that before too in somebody else's house in the past, because they like to watch themselves having sex. You might as well just have cameras. Okay, you can't post their shit on the internet without their permission, and that's why they have these mutual contracts now you have to fill out. Now, rape is another subject, though, and that's when you have to kill the bitch, okay, because she claimed rape and you didn't rape her, okay? But that's different, because there's no evidence for rape unless you actually record the shit, okay? But if you're in the right place at the right time and you actually have a fucking camera, okay, then you're cool. If she said it was at this place, they're going to have video footage of that. And they need to revise the law a lot, because anytime when someone claims rape or any type of pedophilia or anything, they can't just throw a man in jail. You're literally guilty until proven innocent when things occur. And then they think you're a flight risk, but I'm like, you shouldn't be saying that they're guilty then. That's what's making people want to be a flight risk, because you're saying they're guilty. Okay? 9 times out of 10, if they're innocent, they're not going to fly nowhere. Just give them a letter and say, hey, somebody reported da-da-da-da-da, and give them a heads up. Okay? Because what happens is that if they can't fix that problem before they basically get to court, that can ruin the person's life, and they're completely innocent. If they don't have an address, you can't go along with the court until you find the person, okay? But the courts have their ways of trying to manipulate and capture people, which sometimes I feel it doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? Why would you, like, for example, like, out of the blue, somebody would just come and arrest you. But I'm like, okay, now, if I'm found innocent, you're going to have to pay me for my services. You sue them. And that's a good thing. You can sue people for your losses and your damages, and for, that can happen, because that's wrong how a court can just judge you accordingly because of someone of hearsay. Okay, it's not even worth it. Okay, it's not even worth to get arrested, because you don't know what they're going through. Nobody talked to you before anybody did anything. Nobody gave you, okay, this is issue just to show up for a court to see what happened, and they didn't set that up. But anyway, it's important to have cameras. Like, even if you're in your car, have a camera. Okay, have a tracking device like Metro Mile, because Metro Mile is about $23 for basic insurance. They're advertising or sponsoring them or anything. But Metro, and also you're going to, to catch whatever going on, everything is recorded. Even my voice is being recorded. Everything is. So you will not be held reliable for anything. Because no matter what I do, I'm in the car. I do not leave. I am paranoid as hell. And I made a video about being paranoid too. The more paranoid you are, the more safe you are. Like when you travel to another country, you always try to find a backup just in case if your main person that you meet at the airport don't show up. Because if they don't show up, guess what? You're stuck at the airport until all 2 weeks. You can't travel nowhere. You don't know anybody. You never travel to a country alone and you don't know nobody. That's dumb. Okay, you got to know somebody out there so they can help you. And I don't feel it's necessary to learn their language all like that, because English should be a basic fundamental for everybody in the whole world. Like, you know what I always thought? That any person who's in America who only knows Mexican, they're illegals. Let's use the pathology real clear. If they came from another country and they know better, they know when you come in this country, there's no way you're going to work nowhere if you can't understand English. That sounds stupid as hell. English is a priority in America. You can't enter America unless you know the basic fundamental of English, because 80 to 90% of all businesses is about English. All right, and nobody should be mandatorily forced to learn other languages when you know America is about English. Everybody is adapting to American standards, as we should already know this. Everybody wants to come into America, right? The greatest country of all time. Now, somebody want to tell me it's not. How is it not great? I asked them. When you know this, America is the most diverse country. But I'm all going off the tangent here. Please, guys, please. I'm a conversationalist, so I can talk about multiple things. But please, guys, have these cameras in your car, man. You gotta, guys be losing things, and because they don't have an alibi. Your best alibi is you being recorded. Like if you live in somewhere and you got cameras, that's a good thing, because you got cameras all around you. I don't leave my place. The only time I leave, even with a camera, is going to the basketball court. And I highly doubt them females are going to ever say something on no basketball court. I raped her or some shit, some bullshit. No, it's not going to happen, because there's probably cameras over there too. But they're going to have to figure that shit out, because they're going to need to be DNA. They're going to have to all that. But black guys don't usually rape people. It's the white men who do that shit. The lighter color people who do shit like that. But other than that, that's all I really got to say about having cameras in your house. Having cameras almost everywhere. Being a little bit paranoid. Stop trying to worry about your innocence too much, but worry about your paranoia. If you don't have any paranoia, you're fucked. If your paranoia is about 50%, you're going to be in some shit, some doo-doo shit, man. This guys who just lost shit because they walked. I remember this post office guy. This guy was just minding his own business, and a woman came by next to him, and I'm pretty sure y'all guys probably saw this. Woman claimed and said, "Are you stalking me?" Dude looked at her like, "Who the hell is that?" Those are those Beckys and those fancy Nancys and shit. You gotta watch them Beckys and Nancys. They're the biggest. White women lie far more than black women. That's a fact. It's a terrible, terrible thing. But it's a fact that white women lie more than black women. All right? So you already know already, okay? And this country has been lied to, okay? It's too many goddamn lies. But I support the conservative system, though, and how it works. But I think the welfare in this system needs to be cut. Because too many women are being a public charge. But the capitalist says it's a good idea, okay? The liberal capitalist. And like, okay, let's feed the women, let's help them out, okay? But they don't understand. If you force people under the dilemma, they'll make sure they make the right choices next time. So if you got a great father with you, you ain't going on the street, because when you get pregnant, it's going to be over for you. Because I teach my daughters, you do this, you do that, it's over. Your life is over. And I'm like, I did tell you, don't look at me. Daddy, why didn't you? No, I said, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. And I wish I could record every little thing about what I be saying to my daughters. But of course, I don't need to, because it's just common sense. Don't do drugs, alcohol, smoking cigarettes, weed, hanging with the wrong, socializing with the wrong people. Stay virtual. Do not socialize. Socializing is bad. You cannot get a good education when you socialize, or when you put your kids in public schools, especially your daughters. But that's another subject for today. Let's please. Schools should have cameras everywhere in there, but not in the bathrooms, though. Other than that, that's all I really got to say. Cameras are important. Again, I'm going to say it again as long as I live. Cameras are important. Peace.